Yo, famous me, Sasha Denbright. Welcome to episode 19 of the 2025 season of You Call That Absolute Garbage Targeting. My gosh. I'm here with my co-host, Earl Maynard. I'm not here with Mike Rochburns because, my goodness, what a tit-sucking baby. He's at home with the flu. And as you can probably tell in my voice, I'm all stuffed up. Earl's all stuffed up. We've all had the flu. And here's Mike, like, oh, guys, I can't make it to record the podcast tonight. I got the flu. I'm running 102.2 temperature. What a garbage baby. My goodness, Mike can just suck my pure nipples. Me and Earl, we're going to power through the podcast because we actually care about the fans. Mike can suck my pure tits. Let me get a drink of water. Already, my goodness. It's gonna be rough. I'm telling you, I'm congested out the mess. Yesterday I couldn't taste a darn thing. I mean, all day. I didn't taste a daggum thing all day yesterday, and I got a little bit. I got probably 50% of my taste back today. I've been sick for like 9 days, so this sucks, pure balls. I was sick the day that these games were going on. So Saturday, all day Saturday, watching these, the first round of the playoffs, I was running a fever and feeling like pure garbage. And my goodness, day 3, I tried to go to work, and, I worked half a day and I couldn't do it no more. I had to go home. I felt like pure trash. Man, I felt like I was hit by a dump truck. But, anyways, enough about my complaining about sickness. And let's recap the first round of the college football playoff, and my goodness, how much nipple did it suck? Well, it sucked a lot of nipple. Let's get into it. Starting with the first game, which was the best game, Alabama, Oklahoma. Oklahoma was whipping absolute titties. I mean, just like, this game, it wasn't even a game, guys. I was watching this game with with an Alabama fan. I'm sure not an Alabama fan. They can suck my pure balls. But I was watching it with an Alabama fan. And he was devastated. I mean, he was ready to fire the coach. He was ready to put a gun to his chin. I mean, he was over it. And then, when Alabama, and see, I knew, because I have cheered against Alabama so much in my life. I knew that this game was not over, not even close to being over. And as soon as Alabama started chipping away, and then they got that pick 6, I was like, here we go. It's a game now. And Alabama ended up winning that game 34-24. So Oklahoma is eliminated. This next game, man, it ticks my tits. Because Miami, Carson Beck, he just sucks. And I can't stand him. His eyes are junk. And I hate the dude. I know I'm not supposed to hate. I know it. And I got so much hatred in my heart, towards, family members and stuff that's done me wrong. But Carson Beck hadn't done nothing to me personally, I guess. I mean, besides him beating my precious Notre Dame earlier in the year. But I just hate the dude. And there ain't no sense in me trying to hide it. And then I wanted Texas A&M to whip tits. And then they lose a sloppy garbage game. 10-3 to Miami. So Miami's on to the next round. My goodness, it sucks. And then here's the last 2 games of the first round of the playoff. We knew these were going to suck pure balls. My goodness. Tulane loses 41-10 against Ole Miss. We knew that. And then James Madison loses 51-34. And you're probably thinking, man, they scored 34 points against Oregon. That's impressive. Well, they only scored 6 in the first half. And they scored 28 points in the second half. And that was because Oregon was pretty much playing their backups. Oregon only scored 17 points in the second half. They weren't trying real hard. And it was over really after the first quarter. See, I said last week on the podcast, I said if James Madison keeps it within 24 points, I will give my stepson $500. And of course, they didn't keep it within 24 points because James Madison sucks and they don't belong in the playoff. So I'm going to take a few seconds right now to talk about how crap this playoff is. I've done it before, but I just got to say it again. Get these garbage teams out of the playoff. Man, that garbage about ripped my throat out. Hold on, let me get more water. Man, I got to be easy on the vocalage. But man, I mean, we got to do something with these playoffs. And see, look, I would go to bat for these small schools and be like, look, I think they deserve a chance. Give Tulane a chance. Give James Madison a chance. I think they deserve it. Well, I'm here to tell you right now, I changed my garbage mind. They don't deserve it. They need their own playoff system or something because this isn't college basketball. There's no Cinderella upsets. This is football. This is physical. And these teams just aren't physical enough to play with these big teams. It ain't going to happen. Put the best 12 teams in and leave these other garbage teams out. And I know, I'm a Notre Dame fan, so I know I'm going to want Notre Dame. But just imagine if Texas played Oregon instead of James Madison. How much better of a game that would have been. What if Vanderbilt played Ole Miss in the first round? Like, those are so much better games. Just on paper, and you know it would have been a better game. And heck, there could have been an upset. Texas could have beat Oregon. Vanderbilt could have beat Ole Miss. There could have been an upset in that first round that would have got people talking. Instead, we got 2 suckball games that were just pure garbage. So, College Football Playoff Committee, all you absolutely suck, and you need to do something about it. But anyways, that's it for the recap. Let's just get in to answer a few questions. Alright, let's get into the first question, and the first question is from our good friend Flat Earth Ernie. He says, Sasha, how was your Christmas? And what did you get Tig's mom? Also, what is your favorite kind of sock? I love thermal socks. Even when it's $1.90 outside, I wear my thermals. Well, Flat Earth Ernie, my Christmas pretty much sucked. Because like I've mentioned, I was sick. My kids were sick. It was pretty crappy. The weather here, 70 degrees on Christmas. That sucks. I'm fine with it being 70 degrees any other time in the winter, except for Thanksgiving and Christmas. I want those days to be cold. I want it to feel like those days should. So, all in all, Christmas pretty much sucked. And then, I had to see my stepson. That's always garbage. Of course, I didn't get him a gift. Because, he don't deserve anything. But what I got his mom, that's really none of your business. Because, it's between me and her. She's the love of my life, and, I do what I can to make her feel special. And that's, again, none of your business. So, let's just say she really liked her gift. And, she liked her gift that I gave her that night. So, that's all you need to know. And, that's all we're gonna say in that question. But, you suck, Flat Earth Ernie. And, we got one more question. It's from Alien Hangover, #1 fan. He says, hey guys, I'm obsessed with your song, Cascading Memories. I listen to it at least 35 times a day. I was driving by your studio. I wasn't stalking or anything. I don't know why you would even think that. LOL, LOL, LOL. That's hilarious. Anywho, the boo. I noticed your car. I noticed Earl's truck. And I noticed Mike's minivan. But there was a car I've never seen. Not that I drive by the studio often or anything. LOL, LOL. Anyway, tell me who it is, please. By the way, I have a waterfall tattoo on my back that says Cascading Memories. Did I mention I am obsessed? Alright, man, I don't even know what to say. I'm a little scared, to be honest. And I'm kind of scared to answer your question. Because I don't know, I don't know who you are, and I don't know why you're driving by the studio. But I guess I'll answer your question so it won't make you any more, mad or anything. I don't need that. That was DeAndre Jenkins. I don't know if you remember my good friend DeAndre Jenkins. He's been coming over, and we are. I guess I can announce it. We're in the studio right now, trying to write some songs. And I know you're our number one fan. So I don't want to give your hopes up, because we're just in the early stages of writing right now, and I don't know if anything's going to come of it or not. We're just kind of jamming, seeing where it goes. But the plan is we would like to release another Alien Hangover song at some point. Just a matter of time. When we get the time, and if we write some songs that we're proud of. But right now we're just jamming. So when you come by the studio and see that other car, it's DeAndre Jenkins. He's the bass player. Yeah, and then it's me, guitars and vocals. It's Earl Maynard on the drums, and then we got Mike Rochburns on the other guitar. So that's what you're seeing. But like I said, don't give your hopes up. I don't know what's going to happen with it, but we are trying to write some new music. So I guess stay tuned for that. But anyways, I guess we'll talk about the games coming up. All right, so the first game we're going to have is tomorrow, Wednesday, at 6:30. We got Miami, Ohio State. Ohio State is 9.5-point favorites against Miami. And I normally wouldn't cheer for Ohio State ever. But man, I hope Ohio State blows the nipples off of Miami. I've already mentioned it, don't like Carson Beck. They played a sloppy game. I don't think they deserved to even beat Texas A&M. That was an ugly game. I think they're going to meet their match here, and I think Ohio State is going to blow some nipples off.
Yeah, I'll agree with you, Sasha. I think Ohio State is I think they're the real deal, and I don't think Carson Beck's going to know which way to put his eyes, and when that defense is coming after him, I think if they played as sloppy as they did against Texas A&M, this won't be a close game at all. And man, what about Mike not showing up? I mean, what a wimp! And I mean, how much tit do you have to suck to be that much of a girl and want to stay home? And I mean, I was just as sick as he was, and here I am. I can barely talk, and last night, I mean, I couldn't breathe. I had panic attacks and couldn't sleep. But I still I went to work today, and I'm here doing the podcast. I guess Mike is just, he drives a minivan, and that tells you there that there's something wrong. And, his firework deal last week when he said he wanted bright color fireworks. And I worry about Mike sometimes, to be honest with you. And I know I'm just rambling. But I'll pick Ohio State.
My goodness, Earl. I mean, try to stay on track here. Next game is going to be Thursday, January 1st, New Year's Day. We got Oregon at Texas Tech. I'm probably most excited for this game, and I'll tell you why. Because I'm excited to see Texas Tech actually play somebody good. Right? They've played BYU twice this year, and they whipped absolute nipples on BYU. And BYU's a good football team. I think Texas Tech's the real deal. I think they have the talent. I think they're good. Oregon is favored 2.5 points. So I'm not going to say Texas Tech's going to win, but I think they're going to be competitive. I think they're going to play a real competitive game. And so I'm really excited to see this game.
Well, Sasha, you know how I feel about teams from Texas, and man, great barbecue and pistols up and all that stuff. Man, I'm excited to see Texas Tech play. I've been impressed with them all year. I think they win this game. I really do. Oregon's a great football team, don't get me wrong, and they're coached very well. Dan Lanning's a great coach, and But I'm excited. I think Texas Tech's going to have enough offense. I think it'll be a high scoring game and a lot of great athletes on the field for both teams. But I think Texas Tech wins.
Well, I mean, we'll see. So next game, Alabama, Indiana plays at 3 o'clock. Indiana's 7.5 point favorite, and I'll tell you right now, I think that's a load of nipples. And I know that there's people like, what? What are you talking about? Now, Alabama's going to win this football game. I've watched Alabama enough in my life. I live here in the great state of Alabama. I know what the Roll Tide's all about. I know what they're about. And I know that Indiana hadn't really proven anything. They won a sloppy game against Ohio State in the Big Ten Championship. Sloppy game. Ohio State missed a chip shot field goal to tie that game up. Yes, they got the Heisman winning quarterback. Yes, they got some heart. They got a great coach. But it's still Indiana. When it comes down to it, a talent spread across that field. Alabama's they out talent Indiana all day, every day. And they're coming off that big win, that big comeback win against Oklahoma on the road. Oklahoma's a good team. I'm telling you. I almost said Ohio State. Alabama is going to win this game.
I'm sure the Alabama fans appreciate your confidence in their team. I just don't have it. They can't run the football, and if they get down against this team, they're not gonna pull in Oklahoma and throw a pick six and let them back in the game. Indiana, I think you forgot as well that they beat Oregon, earlier in the year, and this Indiana team, yes, their schedule's a little bit more weak than Alabama, but overall, they've beat some good teams, and I think they have the best coach in college football. I don't give a crap what you think about Kirby Smart. I think we'll be talking about Indiana's head coach as the greatest current college football coach, and I'm going to go with the Hoosiers.
All right. Well, I mean, we'll see. I mean, I want Indiana to look good. I don't have any faith in them. I think Alabama wins. But anyways, and then the last game, Ole Miss versus Georgia. I'm going Georgia all day long on this. I mean, Ole Miss is without Lane Kiffin. Sure, they beat Tulane. Whoop-de-flippin' do. I mean, my goodness. Earl could put a Pee-wee team together to go out there and beat Tulane. So that wasn't impressive. So I think Ole Miss, their luck's going to run out. Georgia's only a 6.5 point favorite. Throw that out the window. I think they win this game by at least 2 touchdowns. I'll take the Dogs.
Yeah, I'd love to see Ole Miss. I would love to see them, just be a great story to go out there and make a run for the national championship after your coach leaves you high and dry. And speaking of dry, man, I had some beef jerky today, and it was a little on the dry side, and I don't like that powdery jerky. You know what I mean? I want a good tender bite, and yeah, I wasn't real impressed with it. It was very dry. It's still good. I mean, I ate it. Beef jerky's beef jerky, and it seems to always be good. But yeah, Lane Kiffin left them high and dry, and I think it's it'd be a great story, but I just don't see them doing it. I think Georgia is the way they looked against Alabama. I think they're one of the best teams in the nation, and it'll be a lot of fun. The SEC matchup in the playoff, that's exciting. But yeah, I'm gonna go with Georgia.
All right, guys, that's it for the episode. Maybe next week we'll have Mike back. Maybe he'll quit being a little baby and getting loving from his wife. Oh, the poor baby. What an idiot. Maybe he can power through like the rest of us one day. Maybe he'll wake up tomorrow and actually be a man. So, grow a pair. My goodness. Anyways, Mike Rochburns completely sucks pure tits. And we'll see you next week.